Have you ever wondered why your Christmas cactus refuses to bloom when the holidays arrive? In this video, I'll show you exactly what to do in September, how much light and what temperature it really needs, when and how to water, which fertilizer to use, and why darkness is the key to buds. You know, my friends, every time September arrives, I feel a special signal go off inside me. I walk to the window, look at my plants, and think, well, beauties, are you ready for the new chapter? And especially, I think of my beloved Christmas cactus. Yes, that very Christmas cactus, also known as Schlumbergera or Zygocactus Schlumbergera. It sounds complicated and scientific, but to me, it's an old and faithful friend that delights me with flowers just when everything outside seems to fall asleep. Today, I want to share with you how I care for my Christmas cactus in September. Why September? Because it's the turning point, when our green companion shifts from summer rest to preparing for winter blooming. And believe me, whether it will cover itself with magical blossoms for the holidays depends entirely on how we treat it now. I always remember the mistake I made when I first got mine. I cared for my Christmas cactus just like I did with my other plants. Regular watering, feeding it the same way as my geranium or ficus. And the result? In December, not a single bloom. Only green leaves, some even drooping. I thought, maybe I just didn't have the gift. But after reading, watching, and observing, I learned the secrets, and now my Schlumbergera bursts into blooms every single year. Even the neighbors stop and look. So, what does a Christmas cactus need in September? 3 main things: the right conditions, feeding, and routine. Let's take them one by one. First, light and temperature. In September, the days grow shorter, and this is the cactus's natural signal, time to get ready for blooming. But here's the thing, unlike desert cacti, the Christmas cactus dislikes strong direct sun. In summer, it could tolerate bright light outdoors or on a sunny windowsill, but now it's better to move it. I put mine on an east or north-facing window. If you only have a south-facing one, use a sheer curtain to filter the sun. The ideal temperature is around 60 to 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 15 to 18 degrees Celsius. In United States homes, this usually means a cool room or a spot away from a heater. Second, watering. This is critical. Many people assume it's a cactus, so no water needed. But no, Christmas cactus is a forest cactus, native to the moist Brazilian forests. It loves moderate humidity. In September, I gradually reduce watering. If in summer I watered every 5 to 7 days, now it's every 10 to 12 days, depending on how quickly the soil dries. Important rule: let the top 1 to 2 inches of soil dry out before the next watering, but don't let the whole pot go bone dry. Once I made that mistake, and the segments started to shrivel. As for water quality, I always tried to use soft water. If your tap water is hard, let it sit overnight or use filtered water. One of my personal tricks: once a month, I add a drop or 2 of lemon juice to the water. It slightly acidifies the soil, which the Christmas cactus truly enjoys. Now to the heart of it, fertilizing. September is the time to give your plant strength to form buds. I use fertilizer low in nitrogen but rich in phosphorus and potassium. In garden centers, you'll find formulas like 10 to 30 to 20. Good examples are Miracle Grow Bloom Booster 10 to 30 to 20, Schultz Bloom Plus 10 to 54 to 10, or Jack's Classic Blossom Booster 10 to 30 to 20. Phosphorus helps bud development, and potassium strengthens the plant and makes the blooms brighter and longer lasting. Here's the golden rule: forget nitrogen-heavy fertilizers in September. Nitrogen only pushes leaf growth, not flowers. We want blooms, not foliage. I recommend fertilizing once every 2 weeks consistently throughout September, since this keeps the nutrients flowing without overwhelming the plant. Each time, I dilute the solution to half the strength recommended on the package. Plants are much happier being underfed than overfed. Next, day and night routine. Christmas cactus is a short day plant. It needs 12 to 14 hours of darkness each night to form buds properly. So, in September, I start training mine. My simple habit: around 7 p.m., I move the pot into a room with no artificial lights and leave it there until morning. You can also cover it with a box or cloth, but I find it easier to dedicate a dark corner. A common question: should you repot in September? My answer is no. Repotting means stress, and in September, we want calm and preparation. If the pot feels too tight, wait until spring. Spring growth makes repotting far more beneficial. Another often overlooked aspect is air humidity. In fall and winter, our homes usually get very dry, especially when heating is on. Christmas cactus thrives in humidity. I use a small humidifier nearby, or simply place a bowl of water next to it. Sometimes I lightly mist the air around it, but not directly on the leaves, to avoid rot. Let me share a little secret I once learned from a Florida gardener. Her Christmas cactus bloomed so abundantly every year, people would stop at her window to admire it. Her trick: in September, she completely stopped watering for 2 to 3 weeks, making the plant think it was facing drought. Then, she resumed light watering and added fertilizer. That stress triggered a burst of buds. I tried it, and yes, it works. But caution, don't use this method if your plant is young or weak. So, let's recap. What should you do with your Christmas cactus in September? 1. Move it to a cool place with gentle, indirect light. 2. Reduce watering, letting the soil surface dry before the next watering. 3. Start feeding with phosphorus and potassium-rich fertilizer every 2 weeks. 4. Ensure 12 to 14 hours of nightly darkness. 5. Keep humidity moderate with a humidifier or water bowl nearby. If you follow these steps, I promise that come December, your Christmas cactus will transform into a breathtaking burst of color. Now let me ask you, what color is your Christmas cactus? I have pink, white, and even one rare orange variety. Each time they bloom, I sit with a cup of tea in the evening and think, this is pure magic. A small green plant bringing so much joy. So, my dear friends, September isn't just the start of autumn. For us plant lovers, it's the month of hope. Hope that in the darkest, coldest winter days, we'll have the warm glow of living blossoms. Care for your Christmas cactus with love, and it will reward you beyond measure. And in my next video, I'll share another secret: how to extend your Christmas cactus's blooming almost until spring. So don't forget to subscribe, and please share in the comments your own tricks for getting your Schlumbergera to bloom long and full, because each of our experiences is a treasure worth passing on.